Yes, a very warm welcome to you and thank you for joining us on Health and Wellness. Feels like a whole new year again that I'm meeting you up. Thank you for tuning in every single Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on KTN Home. My name is Zaitun Ali, and on today's episode, we are talking about something very unique. And I'm also here to learn, just like you. I know nothing about it, but I will want to explore it further and further. So joining me in studio, I have Shelina Medurata. She is Metabolic Balance license holder and coach, and also an aesthetic business consultant at Avane Clinic. We also have Dr. Paras Rathod, who is Chief Medical Officer at Avane Clinic as well. And they're going to discuss more about metabolic balance. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you. And I know it's amazing to have you because this is a very unique topic that we want to talk about, metabolic balance. And just being experts about it, today we're here to learn. More so me and also the viewers back at home. So I want to start with you, Dr. What is really metabolic balance and what's the science behind it?
I think I'll let Shelina take over that question.
Okay.
So metabolic balance essentially is a hormonal adjustment program. It is based on 36 different blood values. It is based on one's medical history, any medications one may take. Essentially, it is a holistic program. It's a hormonal adjustment program. It aids in weight management, weight loss, and I've helped thousands of people and my coaches as well with individuals who are suffering from diseases or issues with their hormones, thyroid issues, cholesterol issues, gout, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndrome. So it is an all-natural program that has a two-pronged approach when it comes to you living a really healthy life, because if you want to lose weight, it helps you significantly lose weight, as well as also getting healthy and bringing your blood parameters down if need or if required. For example, if you have any health issues.
Yes. So the main actually factors that influence metabolic rate in someone's body, could you just mention?
Yeah, absolutely. So age is definitely one of them, unfortunately, because as we age, our metabolic rate declines. Genetic also plays a really big role in that as well. How much you exercise plays a pivotal role in your metabolic rate as well. And also your diet as well. So these are the key things. Another one is whether you're male or female. So, you know, males have a higher metabolic rate because they have more muscle. So, you know, these are just few of the factors that play an integral role in your metabolic rate.
And maybe I'd like to ask in terms of age, like you've mentioned, so in children and in adults, so could you differentiate it? How is it normally?
So genetics also plays a big part in that.
Really?
So, you know, science has shown that if an individual has parents who have issues with weight or obesity or lifestyle diseases or issues that are health related, then they're passed down to the children. But this can all be taken care of with metabolic balance because it starts to correct you hormonally. You'll start seeing also your blood markers starting to normalize as well. And I've seen this myself with my own patients and my clients who've come in with cholesterol levels through the roof. They have diabetes or they have thyroid disorders. And the program itself has actually helped either manage or reverse the disease completely, just through food.
Really?
Just through food, yes.
And she's talking about the program. Dr. probably mentioned, what is that program about? How does it work?
So like what you mentioned, I think instead of just targeting in terms of weight loss, it's more of a holistic program as it is based on many different parameters, okay? So it's just not going to a nutritionist, but more of a holistic approach towards the program, towards more of a lifestyle than just losing weight. But the problem comes in that you might sign up for a weight loss with a nutritionist, right? But what happens is that when the program ends, most of them tend to gain this weight, whereas metabolic balance is very unique in that way that it's going to be more of a lifestyle change, and Shelina is going to be your coach throughout the program, and easily accessible. So it's not, you're just not only focusing on your food. And obviously there's a science behind it, which you'll mention where it comes from and how to go about it.
Probably mention to us.
It's actually, you know, like Doc was saying, it is a lifestyle change. It is not a crash diet. It is not a fad diet, because I think a lot of us have gone through this where we really want to lose the weight, and we end up jumping on the bandwagon, or we Google a program and we struggle, we try and do it ourselves. Whereas Metabolic Balance actually gives you a roadmap, you know, for you to follow for the rest of your life, that's going to help you maintain your new weight as well as now also your health.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about the program, so probably take us through. How long does it take? What does it involve? What are the strategies behind it as well?
Absolutely. So when you first come and see me, or
and who actually gets access to this program? Who do you recommend to this program? Let's start from there.
Recommend individuals who are really looking to change their health platform. If they also want to lose weight, because it plays a critical role in that. If you're an individual who is confused about what foods are specifically going to be optimal for you, this is the plan. This is the only plan that's going to give you 100% personalized, customized food list based on your health history, based on 36 different blood parameters, based on your likes and your dislikes with food as well. So it's a program that is literally made for you. It's as individual as your thumbprint. Nobody has the same program.
So what does it entail?
So the program actually is created in 4 different phases, using all of the criteria I just mentioned. The first phase is a 2-day detox. The second phase is called the strict phase. It is for a duration of 14 days. This is where I take my patient through their meal plan, their food list. Doesn't matter if you're vegetarian, non-vegetarian, you don't like certain foods, all of these will be taken into consideration when creating your plan. It's extremely meticulous, extremely detailed, down to the number of eggs, if you are allowed eggs, or if you eat eggs, how many liters of water, your list of your proteins, your list of your vegetables, your list of your starches, your list of your fruits. So I take you through that, and then you basically follow phase 1 and phase 2. You will then come back and see me. We will do weights and measurements. We will talk about health. Do we need to run any bloods again? The average weight loss I see in the 16 days is, I've seen anywhere between 3 and 13 kilos in 16 days. You then are taken through phase 3 of the plan, and depending on how your outcome is, how I have analyzed your progress over the 16 days, I then move you to the relaxed phase, and as the word indicates, it becomes more relaxed. So new food introductions come in. So for example, if you don't have spinach on your plan, or you don't have pork, I'll slowly start introducing those foods. Flexibility comes in as well. So we all like to go out. We like to travel. You know, some of us like a glass of wine or 2. All of that starts to come in, because it's about sustainability. It is not about putting you in a box whereby you have to go and live in a cave and just eat those foods. It's not about that. That's why these programs don't work. Metabolic Balance is about sustainability, accountability, continuity, and consistency. And because we continuously introduce new foods over time, you don't really feel like you're abstaining, because I'm slowly introducing new foods.
So there are foods that you need to abstain from?
In the beginning. So for example, if you have certain diseases or issues with your health, there may not be certain foods in your initial food list. But those foods come in slowly, and I also guide you with frequency as well, because you can't revert back, because then you end up jeopardizing the integrity of the program. So it's about a balance. It's that balance of,
not just immediately, you know, like cut off wheat immediately.
You know, so it's very rare that huge food groups are cut, because that's not about. That's why it's called Metabolic Balance, about balance. But there are certain foods that may not be there in the beginning, but they'll come in eventually, especially when you start going into relax and then into maintenance, where everybody is yearning to get to.
And I know people would like to know, probably, What are some of the symptoms that one can show just to know that you have metabolic imbalance?
So if you start gaining weight, and a lot of weight, or if you're struggling to lose it as well, if you have sudden weight loss as well, that's a sign. Energy levels is a big contributor as well, and also sleep plays a big part. Hormonal changes, so for example, with women, if you are now suddenly, your periods are getting irregular, hormonal changes play a big factor in your metabolic rate as well.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's not something really just natural, having probably mood swings and irregular. There are those who are irregular.
They are, exactly.
But it's something to check and look at.
Always listen to your body. Your body's always talking to you and giving you signs. We've just learned to ignore them over the years. But, you know, to give you better insight and to give you that roadmap and to really help you learn your body, metabolic balance is basically going to be your answer and your solution, because it gives you in black and white what the issues are, rather than second guessing them. And as you know, as we age, there's so many diseases that come into our lives, especially when we're not looking after what we eat. You know, whether it's thyroid, hypertension, cholesterol, and diabetes, these are 4 friends that like to hang around together. So one comes and then they invite the second and the third and the fourth, and you don't want to get to that stage. And that's where metabolic balance can really help you correct.
And I'd like to take you back probably when we're talking about metabolic balance. So in terms of diagnosis, I come, probably have these symptoms. So where does the diagnosis start? What do you test?
So you would come in and we would sit down and I would talk to you about metabolic balance. I would then ask you what your concerns are. We would then fill out a form. You know, I'd go through your health history. You know, for example, do you suffer from any cardiovascular disease? Do you feel dizzy? Do you have any joint pains? Do you have any digestion issues? There's a huge array of questions. I will then ask you if you're taking any medications. We will then go to talk about food, what you like to eat, what you don't like to eat, and then I will send you off for a blood test to an accredited lab, whereby you would actually have a blood test, 36 different blood value. That report would be sent to me. Once I have all that information, I would then work with a team of doctors in Germany and nutritional scientists, and they are the ones who basically create your plan, which is made for you based on all the criteria that I share with them.
That makes sense. And I know people are wondering what is behind us over here, Doc. Could you just explain the technology behind it? So we've diagnosed it, it's metabolic imbalance. So now what do we do from there?
Okay, so today we're going to talk about a very unique and special machine, and it's called the CLA2 Alpha. So the machine uses a technology called cryolipolysis. I know it's a very long term, but I'll just break it down for you.
Please do.
So cryo means freezing, and lipo means fat, and lysis means you're actually destroying it, or like you're eliminating it. So we use the technology for freezing the fat and eliminating it from your body. But what type of fat is this, right? So like Shalina mentioned, it's a weight loss program. You've achieved your target weight and it's become a lifestyle. But a lot of people struggle. In fact, most of the people struggle losing this subcutaneous stubborn fat. The key word is stubborn. So you might reach to your target weight, but you've got these areas. So most of the common areas are your lower abdomen. You've got the inner thighs. You've got a double chin as well. You've got the arms. You've got love handles. So these are the areas where most of us struggle with losing this particular fat, So this machine is designed in a way that is, one, it's non-invasive. It has no downtime, means you could walk into the clinic, get the treatment done and go back to work. It's pain-free, no discomfort, a little bit of discomfort, but that would last you just during the treatment and not after that. And it's favorable, and it's designed for all skin types as well. And the major role is it's non-invasive. So the results will be slower but sustainable at the same time. And also another thing is that when you also lose weight, you tend to also have a bit of sagging of the skin, a bit of loose skin. So it's also going to cater for this problem as well. Right? So So the machine, the Cla2 Alpha, is designed to freeze the fat in a 360-degree mode, unlike the conventional machines that you have in the market, which use plates, and it is basically just going to target on 2 different areas. Whereas with the 360 cooling system, it's going to freeze the fat to -9 degrees, and then what happens is that this fat is then eventually is going to lose life. It does not have life, okay? So it's going to be disintegrated back into the bloodstream, and then you just excrete it like you would excrete any normal toxins from your body.
Oh, really?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
that's how it works. So people wonder, so what happens? How does this fat actually where does it go? Exactly. So yeah, it's kind of a magic, but it's your body taking it up back again into the bloodstream, and then you excrete it out just normally. And we recommend the treatment once a month. You will be able to see results anywhere between 12 to 16 weeks. And obviously there's a parameter that we use to assess in which area you want to lose the subcutaneous fat, and then we do a follow-up based on that.
Okay. So how do you analyze the success of how the program is going on in the technology?
All right, yeah. So obviously, so the first thing is we measure with a measuring tape. Very simple. Take the measuring tape if you want to take it around your belly, okay? And we're going to take them demarcations of the inches.
Most of the time it's the belly area only.
I would say, so the good thing with the machine is that it comes with different probes for different areas. So if it's the inner thighs, it comes with a different design probe. If it comes for the hands, for the arms, it's different. If it comes for the love handles, it has a different probe. So it comes with 9 to 12 different types of probes designed for different areas. And basically what happens is that the fat, you place the machine in that particular area, and it's going to do the job of freezing the fat, and eventually you're going to get the result. So the second parameter coming to that is that we measure the adipose tissue, the adipose area.
Please remind us what those were. I can remember them.
So adipose basically is just fat. Yeah. So that's the common terminology, fat. What you're trying to achieve is to lose the stubborn fat from your body, so that you can get the desired body that you wish to have after or while you're in the program as well.
That's actually my next question.
So we try and pair it together because the results are phenomenal when paired together. Because you've got food now helping you inside out, making sure that you actually follow your plan, which also helps you now with the weight loss. And you lose the fat as well. But this device is incredible in the way that now those pockets of fat, no matter how many times you go to the gym, they're just not going. It's like magic. It's like magic. And you can do it, like you said, on your thighs, any area
of your body.
Any area of your body, So when paired together, the results are incredible.
4 to 6 months.
Yes.
But the program now?
So the program is a lifestyle program. So your goal is to get to maintenance.
You adapt it forever.
Forever. So you follow it at least, 70% in the week, which is doable, right? 70%, and you're eating a lot of the foods anyway, and all the foods are readily available as well. And then in conjunction with the treatment, and you've got your dream body.
You've actually talked about food and nutrition so much, and before we want to go on this break, maybe expound more. On a normal day, what would you recommend for one of your clients that you're coaching in terms of the food that they're taking, if I want to lose fat around my belly area?
So I can give you guidelines, but because Metabolic Balance is so personalized, an individual will have their own food list and their own plan based on those blood values and so forth. But if I was to sort of give a general piece of advice, I would definitely say your proteins are key. Proteins really help with muscle building. And also, I would say make sure you have balanced meals with your vegetables, with your fruits, and healthy starches. Just keep away from, processed foods. Try and abstain from sugar. I know we all love sugar or chocolate. Have it in moderation. And also alcohol is another thing. So again, in moderation as well. You know, and these just making small changes, but consistent changes.
And you're so passionate about it. Is it a personal experience that you had before now starting this coaching?
I have been actually, doing Metabolic Balance since 2014. And health and wellness is a huge part of my life. I am very passionate about it.
Nice.
And, and that's why I'm really excited about Avani as well, you know, and being a part of that as well, and, you know, having these tools for my clients as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever used this technology?
Yes. It's incredible.
How was it for you?
It was really good. Help me with my tummy.
From what to what? What did you lose? Clearly, there's no tummy there.
Because of Metabolic Balance and because of the device.
You sent me all the before and after photos of every other person. I'd love to see you as well. And I'll
share mine in secret.
You will.
I will.
For real, it helped?
It really helped, yes.
Okay.
Especially with loose skin, it really helps with that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and tightening, and it's amazing.
I'm here. I want you to tell me more. I was like this. Yes. You don't want to share to us how big, how small
my issues around metabolic balance. So I had put on quite a bit of weight after my second pregnancy. The first one, you know, was fine.
Why does it happen
Second
like
one,
that?
you know, I knew, it was difficult. And Metabolic Balance really helped me with that. Okay. But I also had different health issues in terms of, I developed severe allergies, so I would suffer from anaphylaxis. So people at Aga Khan Hospital, so my throat would close up and I would basically not be able to breathe through food, something I was eating and I didn't know. And I mean, you know, the nurses at Aga Khan ended up knowing, oh, you're back, Mrs. Medirata. And when I got onto the Metabolic Balance program, that is what helped me really with those allergies and finding out what foods were triggering those allergies. It also helped me with my eczema. I had a lot of eczema on my skin. Yeah.
It helps?
It took away all my eczema.
Nice.
I used to walk around with a huge dot here. You know, usual places for eczema.
Yes.
I don't have eczema anymore. All through Metabolic Balance, you know, other health issues as well. But essentially, it really changed my life.
And you're still doing it
changed my life, and I'm still doing it.
Okay, guys, we want to take a short commercial break. And as you can see, we are going to test this technology live. You better stay tuned. You don't know if it's me, if it's any other person, but I'm ready for it. We are ready here to learn. And don't touch that dial. This is Health and Wellness. We'll be right back. Yes, a very warm welcome to you. And this is after the break. We have just been talking about metabolic balance right here on Health and Wellness. With me is Zaitun Ali, and I am joined by amazing people. And as you can see, it's about technology right here. It's about science. We want to learn how this works. So still here, we have Shelina and Dr. Athod from Avani Clinic, and they are metabolic specialists, and they're going to tell us what you're going to do right now. But as you can see also, I just want to give a shout out to Lugo Collections for making me look this amazing today and every other Sunday right here on the show. So Daktari, welcome back. I don't know what you have aligned for us.
Okay, thank you once again.
Yes.
So we will be demonstrating on the cryolipolysis, the fat freezing, with the machine called Plateau Alpha, right?
Okay.
So in front of us, we have a model who has been struggling with her subcutaneous belly fat, especially, okay?
Yeah.
So as I was explaining earlier about this machine, okay? First, it's very mobile. You can move around with the machine, okay? And it has this especially long handles that can reach out to different areas of the body with easy access. And I'll just demonstrate that it comes with different probes. So for example, this one is for the double chin, okay? And what happens is that it's covering a 360.
Okay.
So the conventional machines that you see will have plates, and it's only going to heat on the plates. Whereas with this particular machine, it's going to cool the entire space that you want to target. So the hollowness that you see is what it's targeting inside when you place the machine over there, right? And what it does, it's got two modalities. The first modality is to suction, okay? So it's going to pull the particular area of the adipose tissue which is stubborn, and then it's going to freeze it to a temperature of -9, You can adjust different temperatures. That's the advantage. So in the case you feel like for darker skin tone, sometimes you cannot go to very low temperatures because it has its own downside. So you have to be very careful. It is designed for all skin types, which is why it has different modalities. And it also, we will use a suctioning. If the patient feels too much of discomfort or pain, we know how to adjust the suctioning. So generally there should not be any pain. The patient should not feel any pain during the procedure. So now we'll demonstrate how should we start, how is the procedure performed. So in the initial phase, first we're going to wipe the area and we're going to mark with a pen, which we have done already, as you can see.
Very painful.
It's not painful.
It's not
painful. No.
Okay.
So once we've done the marcation, we know where to place the probe. And first we'll place a gel pad, okay? Now this is the most, I would say this is the most weirdest or the funniest part because it's actually a very cooling pad. So we'll have our therapist to place the gel pad for us now.
Looks like the one someone gets applied for when you're doing, what's it called?
So sonography, ultrasound.
Ultrasound.
Something very similar, but this has cooling properties. One, it's going to reduce friction, okay? So there's no direct contact, okay? So you do not get any friction while you're doing the procedure. So as you can see, she's cold, making a bit of a funny face. It's extremely cold, okay? But that's the only weirdest part. After that, it's going to be all right. And the gel pad is going to show us the mark where we're going to place it.
It's very clear right now.
Yes, as you can see, we've placed the gel pad. So the other added advantage you get with the gel pad is that it's also going to minimize on any side effects per se, like something that less of discomfort, less of pain, because it's forming a sort of a barrier between the skin and the probe, right? And after we've done now, this is very easy, very easy steps. Now we're going to place the probe. So as you can see that the first probe I showed you was for the chin, and this one is a little larger. Perhaps you could see that, and it's going to cover the entire area of the lower abdomen.
So you have one for each and every part of the
body? Including the thighs, for the chin, for the arms, okay? Now you can demonstrate. You can put the settings and suction it, okay?
So now?
All right. So now the machine is in place. We have to make sure that it's secured, okay? We'll ask the patient whether she's feeling comfortable, okay? Is she having any pain or discomfort? You will experience a little bit of discomfort for the first 4 to 5 minutes. After that, you can be on your phone. You can do just your regular. You'll feel like there's literally nothing over there. Some patients have even said that they've actually fallen asleep because it's actually making them like super comfortable with it.
What causes the discomfort as it starts?
Just the placement and the suction. Remember, we're suctioning the fat, so that's the only thing that's going to cause. But absolutely no pain. I can assure you, there's no pain related with this particular machine.
So what are you supporting here exactly?
The handpiece so that it doesn't fall.
Okay.
The great thing is that after, the client has come in for 1 or 2 and they're comfortable, they know what's happening, then they're like, oh my gosh, can you do a facial on me? Can you do some microneedling? Can you do this? And then you can come in because we don't have time these days. So you can do 2 things at once. Which is really, really great.
You recommended how many?
So we would recommend 1 treatment once a month, but after every treatment we'll make an assessment to whether the patient has achieved the subcutaneous reduction or do we need to do more sessions. Ideally, you will require anywhere between 3 to 6 sessions, but that will be all customized depending on your assessment. The progress, exactly, yes.
That makes
so now the probe is going to be there for roughly about 40 to 50 minutes, okay? And it's going to suction it out, and it's going to play that, the whole process of destroying the fat cells, okay? And then we are going to now demonstrate on the follow-up of what happens next. So this is it. This is what goes on.
40 to 50 minutes.
Yeah, 40 to 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And if the patient would like to do another treatment integrated with this, and we can do like what you mentioned, we can do some hydrofacial or something else.
So it's hydrofacial, probably you can expound more.
Hydrofacial is a medical facial. So just the way you go to a dentist for your yearly checkup, your yearly cleanup, when you go to a dermatologist or a cosmetic dermatologist, we clean your skin because your skin equally needs cleaning and nutrition.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So we target on different concerns. For example, if you've got acne, if you've got blackheads, whiteheads, if you've got pigmentation, and it's a medical procedure. It's not something you do at a spa. It is done by a licensed therapist. And for the initial phase, you have to come in for a consultation. We make an assessment with a computerized skin analysis as well as a manual analysis with your doctor. And then we recommend how would you benefit from this particular hydrofacial, which you can combine it with the Clatu Alpha.
Now that you've spoken about that, I'd like to know, and I know, Shelina, you can answer this well, the relationship between now skincare and metabolic balance. So how do they come into terms?
So metabolic balance, because you are given, foods that really help you improve your digestive system and your gut, which is connected to skin. Right?
Okay.
So you've noticed that people who have acne or have really bad skin, it is now connected to their gut and what they're eating and how they're digesting and how they're processing that food. And with metabolic balance, it's actually called the metabolic balance glow. After 16 days, your skin starts to glow because of the foods you're eating, all the nutrients you're getting from that food, the water you're drinking, your hormones are getting more balanced as well and adjusting. If you have any other issues like eczema, psoriasis, fungal, all that starts to go away. It's incredible. And I have personally experienced that with metabolic balance as well. So, and it plays, a huge role with skin.
Gut health is something that
and hair as well.
Even hair? How?
Absolutely, because your hair is on skin, it's on your scalp, right? So people also who have hair fall or have, psoriasis on their head as well or their scalp, it also helps with that as well. So it does help. All of these things help with hair, with skin, with your general metabolic health as well.
I don't know if you know about people who have kipara. You've heard about?
Yes.
You understand Swahili, right?
Yes, I do.
So wale wako na kipara, I have someone who is a culprit I'm asking for. So can they do such metabolic balance?
Metabolic balance will help with a lot of different medical issues and also aesthetic issues as well. But with somebody who actually wants to grow hair back, then that's a completely different aesthetic treatment.
Thought we were going to kill the bird with that,
with
one stone. But it's fine. So what next?
I just want to add something else with metabolic balance is that a lot of people struggle with acne, okay?
Yes.
And the famous saying is that you are what you eat, right?
Yes.
So a lot of people have the misconception that acne is just a skin condition, which a lot of people struggle with, especially the teenagers. So we generally would prefer to do a holistic program. As much as you're doing your skincare, you're doing your in-house treatment, but your gut, as long as your gut is not clean and it's not balanced, then basically these conditions will keep on recurring, right?
The flora in your gut. And as well as now integrating it with good, skincare in terms of coming to see a skin therapist or a dermatologist would really help you now from the outside with the layers of skin that you have as well with that acne or with any other issues. But them paired together is magic.
And it's a good thing I've seen, even in this process, that you have to combine with like a doctor to give expertise in terms of scientific research and everything. So it's really good actually in terms of the treatment.
So that's the added advantage you get when you sign up with the metabolic program. You will have a doctor on board as well. Yes, a coach and a doctor. So you know that you're in safe hands and you are in the right direction, giving us your trust with your body, your face, your gut, and everything else.
Yes, and also those watching at home, please, if you have any question, 0759 434389 is our WhatsApp line. Please let us know. And even holla at us on our social media platforms at @KTN_home_, because this is magic. I know everyone would like to be part and parcel of this. In terms of payment and actually, I know, how can you advise someone? Because probably six sessions are a lot.
Yeah.
So how can you advise them how to plan financially for this process as well?
Well, basically, you'll have to be planned well, okay?
Yeah.
But remember, this is something that you've been struggling with for a long time.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it's an investment that's going to give you a returns. So I would say for 2025 especially,
New Year.
you know, you're probably going to buy an asset or something that's going to depreciate, whereas your health will always appreciate.
Well said.
Yeah, so if you're going to invest in your health, and you're going to invest in your skin, you are going to be a wealthy person more than you having a bank balance.
Let's agree. People who are coming saying they watched you on health and wellness, you owe them a discount.
We
Yes,
do.
you
We
do.
do.
We
We
do.
do. We do. We owe them a discount.
Yes.
Yes.
Great, that's
Absolutely.
fine. So what are we going to do even as we're winding up?
So now, what more I want to say important is that you can see that the patient is very comfortable. Okay.
Yeah.
She's not having any pain. She's not complaining of anything throughout the program and throughout the process. And now what happens is that now we're going to release the suction. Okay. And
When you're releasing, is it painful? Okay.
I think maybe she could answer it as well.
Yeah.
Did you feel any pain or discomfort?
You only feel some discomfort when it's sucking.
When it's sucking in. Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. So I know you don't have a microphone. Yes. Okay. So.
And so the important part is after this is once we've removed the gel pad, it's very important to massage, okay? So that you don't get any lumps, okay? And if
lumps.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very important to massage for the first few minutes, okay? So that because it's going to form this disintegration, so you have to massage it nicely for at least about 5 minutes or so. And if you have any discomfort after, we recommend you just do a bit of warm towel, okay? The post care is very important as well, so you can see her doing a nice massage. So she also gets a free abdominal massage with that as well, okay?
Lots of perks.
Perfect.
And so we recommend that you hydrate yourself after the procedure, at least about 2 to 3 liters of water. Just to make sure the circulation is going on well.
Warm or cold?
Just any water. Lukewarm water, room temperature is fine. And you can continue with your exercises per se. Like you should go on for your walks. That's perfectly fine. Just avoid any abdominal exercises for the next 48 to 72 hours. Or anything like saunas, okay? But you could do your normal activity. You can go back home and do your cooking, do your reading. You can go for a walk. You can go for a party as well because it literally has no downtime. Okay? And now she's doing a bit of a warm towel, just making sure that she is fine. And I think, that's the end of the process.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Any medication that accompanies this process?
No medications at all. Yeah.
No medications.
Okay, as sour. That makes
and it's
sense.
going to be the most natural way, with no medications, no chemicals whatsoever, and you're going to get your satisfaction.
But long-term weight loss.
Yeah.
Long-term
weight.
Okay, forever.
Long-term weight loss.
Just say forever.
Yeah. Forever.
We have like 5 minutes. I just want you to wind up. Let's start with you, Shelina.
Sure.
A message to people, how we will encourage them to take their metabolic balance very serious and health,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So metabolic balance will change your life. Come and see me. If you have any questions, where do I leave my number? Do I leave my
No, you can just
social
tell
handle?
them. You can just tell them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
you can tell them.
the clinic line is 0722761092. Please also go to my socials, which is Metabolic Balance _East Africa. That's on Instagram and also on Facebook. And then also the website, which is metabolicbalance.co.ke for more information. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong camera. And for all of the KTN viewers, I am actually going to offer a 10% discount off on Metabolic Balance up to the end of February.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, up to the end of February. And I rarely ever discount.
Nice.
I'm doing it for you, especially Zaytoon.
Oh, thank you. The clinic is called
Avane Clinic. We're at Yaya Center on the 4th floor. You cannot miss us. Yeah. And then Doc would also give the offer on this one.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So my giveaway message is for 2025, invest in your health, invest in yourself, and that is your wealth. Right?
You really prepared that.
Yes.
But even before you go, I can see some questions here. People asking, are there any lasting side effects from this process?
No particular lasting side effects.
None. Okay, none whatsoever. None.
If you have a bit of pain, then you could just be doing some massage with a hot towel, and that's about it. We would not expect any long-term or short-term side effects per se.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that is fine. That is fine.
Yeah. And Avane, so Avane_clinic on Instagram, and we also have a website, avaneclinic.com. And for Katie, and especially for all the viewers, we will be running an offer on Klaatu Alpha at 25% discount. And we also look forward to seeing Zaytun at our clinic with all her friends.
Absolutely.
A challenge with my belly area.
I've already invited Zaytun to come. So
and
she'll
we'll follow her. Like everyone will follow her with the results.
Exactly.
I'll come and tell you guys, by the way. I'll come and testify. Anyway, 6 months is a lot. For me, I think I'll do the first, second. But you've said commitment. This year, we need to be
consistency, commitment, accountability. And you don't want to be sitting in the same place as last year and looking at the same thing and saying, okay, I'm in the same place.
Metabolic
change.
Say no more. Say no more. Okay, okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in from the beginning until the end. This has been Health and Wellness with me, Zaytun Ali. In case you missed this episode, find it on YouTube at KTN Home, and also on our social media platforms at KTN Home _ at Ali_Zaytun, that is on Instagram and X, and on Facebook at KTN Home and at Zaytun Ali. Yes, until next Sunday, please stay tuned. See ya.